Let's begin from the nation's capital, Abuja. President Muhammadu Buhari has met with the chairman and select members of pro-chancellors of federal universities, where he promised to engage in further consultations with relevant stakeholders towards ending the protracted strike by university lecturers. Shortly after the meeting, Professor Briggs commended the federal government for concessions already made to the striking lecturers, including the offer to raise salaries by 23.5% across board and 35% for professors. The pro-chancellors asked for a reconsideration of the new work, new pay stance of government, promising that lecturers would make up for time lost as soon as an amicable solution was reached and schools reopened. For more on the federal government's effort in ending the lingering ASUU strike, let's bring in TVC News senior correspondent Femi Akonde, who joins us live from Abuja. Femi, the president has promised to make further consultations and get back to the pro-chancellors. Just how much more concession do you think the federal government will be willing to make regarding this issue?
Well, I believe the concession that the Academic Staff Union of Universities is expecting the federal government to make right now is to change its position on the no work, no pay policy. So far, the federal government has stuck to its guns, insisting that it will not pay the striking lecturers for the period of time while they down tools. But they are ready to start paying them as soon as they return to the classrooms and academic activities. Institutions in the country, but we do not know how far and how wide the federal government will consult on this issue. But we expect President Muhammadu Buhari to be talking to his Minister of Education, the Minister of Labour, the Minister of Finance, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and all other relevant stakeholders concerned with issues of education and related matters in the country. This lingering strike has also given the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, a bad name. But ASUU is coming up to say, hey, you know what? Don't hate the player, but hate the game. ASUU is saying that what they are trying to do is to make the federal government commit to a deal, for a better deal for tertiary institutions in the country. They say it's not just a strike that would ensure that they make personal gains out of it, but it is something for the education system, tertiary education, for both students in the university right now and those to come. But we do not know how long these consultations and engagements will last. We have also seen students venting their frustrations, blocking major highways across the country, all in a bid to pile pressure on both ASUU and the federal government to reach a deal and end the strike. Abosede.
Femi, I was saying that indeed the blocking of the roads by students who are joining the agitation has actually cost quite a number of people, loss of man-hour and all of those. But then let's talk about the strength of ASUU. Perhaps it is being tested at this time, especially with the presence of CONUA, that's the Congress of Nigerian University Academics, which is at this time seeking to be joined in the suit that the federal government instituted at the National Industrial Court. How much of support do you think ASUU would be receiving at this time?
Well, ASUU is getting the much needed support, but also, again, if you look at it from another perspective, support for ASUU is also depleting, because we are beginning to see some universities and also get feelers from some universities that they plan to pull out of the prolonged industrial action. There's also pressure from parents saying that, well, enough is enough. They want their children back at the classroom and to continue with academic activity, because they say so much time has been lost, and people are asking who will compensate the students for the time lost, even though ASUU insists that they are going to make up for that time lost. But how will they make up for that time? They are yet to explain. But yes, some other professors and other associations and labor unions, including the Nigerian Labour Congress, are throwing their weight behind ASUU and insisting that the federal government reaches a deal with ASUU and also honors other deals they have entered with the Academic Staff Union of Universities, and ensure that moving forward, all deals entered into with ASUU is honored, and and further strike actions are prevented from happening in the country, because they say this is not just a loss for students, but it also affects the education sector in the country.
Comes out from the industrial court on Monday when this matter comes up again. Thank you, Femi, for that update.